The TOEFL speaking is weird. This is the first video of a series about the TOEFL speaking being weird, and in this video we're going to talk about having an opinion about everything. So the idea is for you to stop answering questions because there's so many different questions you can get asked, and instead think of the questions in terms of themes, okay? So on the TOEFL speaking you will be asked two independent questions. And the questions are random. They can be about anything. For example, do you agree or disagree with the following statement? My government should invest a significant amount of money in space travel. Now, this is a real TOEFL question, okay? Maybe you have no idea. You've never thought about it. I don't know what they should do about space travel. That's the government's job, not my job. I totally agree with you for the most part. Maybe you do have an opinion about this, I don't know, but it's a pretty random question. Now, how can you prepare for the TOEFL speaking so you can answer any question that they give to you? No matter what, it doesn't matter. You can answer any question. That's the power of themes, of thinking about the questions in terms of themes. And that's what I'm going to show you how to do right now. So, instead of thinking about it in terms of space travel, like do you want to do space travel or not? Instead, think about it in terms of risk. Think about your answer to this question. Do you like to take risks? Or do you prefer to play it safe? If you had to work at a make your own business, if you wanted to make your own business, and that could either be wildly successful or it could be a terrible failure. Or would you like to have a job where that's more comfortable, where it's kind of stable? Okay? Your answer to that question reveals if you like to take risks. Are you the type of person who likes to take risks or not? So you want to think about this question. You don't have to, but one way to think about this question of space travel is in terms of risk. Space is a very big place and you don't know what you're going to get when you go out there. You could lose millions of dollars for pretty much nothing. Or you could invest that money into something you know, into farming, into agriculture, into building roads and bridges. So think about the type of person you are. Think about how you feel about taking risks. Do you like that? Do you like to take risks? Or do you prefer to kind of relax and chill and don't take too many risks and be more comfortable? Your answer to that question will help you answer this question, okay? So there's only like about 5 or 10 themes that you need to think about for you to use on test day, because the questions will be something about these kinds of themes, okay? So one theme is risk. Now, to give you a couple of other examples of questions that are similar, is that would you prefer to work in a small business or a large company? Small business is risky, but there's more reward at the end, right? There's another question I had. Let's see here. Oh, if you received a gift of money, if somebody gave you money, would you prefer to go to a concert and have an experience or buy jewelry? Think about it. Jewelry is something that's reliable. It doesn't lose too much value. But a concert comes and goes. You could not have fun at the concert. It could be a terrible concert. That's a risk. So you want to think about them in terms of risk, okay? So then you could see that there's a lot of different questions that you can think about in terms of risk, and you can use the same answer over and over again for any question that has to do with risk, okay? So I want to show you another example of this. This is my beautiful space drawing, by the way. Another question in terms of risk is this one. So let me read it to you. Do you think important historical sites should be open to the public or accessible only to scientists and researchers? So this is an actual question that a student of mine got recently, is that the idea is that these historical sites get a little ruined because there's so many people coming, right? So should we stop letting people come and instead just restrict it to scientists and researchers? Or should we still let people come and try to manage and preserve the place anyway? Another theme you could think about is freedom. Okay, you could think about this in terms of freedom. How? Okay, so do you think that you should be able to do whatever you want, if that's what you want to do? Or do you prefer to listen to other people and you think that your responsibilities to other people are more important than what you want? So it's about your desire, what you want. Is what you want the most important, or what other people want you to do more important? Think about it this way. Let's say, for example, your parents want you to stay in your neighborhood. They don't want you to go abroad. You want to go study in America, for example. They want you to stay. What do? Do you follow your heart, what you want to do? Or do you feel that you're more responsible for your parents and you have to take care of them? And you have to do what they want you to do? That's a very simple way to think about freedom. Here, the government or somebody is telling you, you can't go here. This is only for scientists. But it's for the place. So be responsible, consider the place more than your desire. Or, I want to see this place. I think everybody should see this place. Freedom! So think about your idea, how you feel about personal freedom, about doing what you want, when you want, or being responsible to other people. And then you'll see this type of question come up over and over again on the TOEFL about, is it better to work alone or in a group? For example, you could think about that in terms of freedom. When you're in a group, you have to compromise. You can't always do what you want all the time. Or you want to just do what you want. You could think about that in terms of freedom. There's another question I wrote. Let me see. There was one question that's a very weird question is, do you want to make your own decisions, or do you prefer to have people make decisions for you? So that's very simple, obvious, has to do with freedom. But some people don't like making decisions. They want somebody else to make decisions for them. Or here's a question that you probably don't think about in terms of freedom, is, do you agree or disagree? The automobile has improved the lives of people, okay? Now, for an American, for example, a car represents freedom. Automobile represents freedom. So I would think about this. If I think freedom is a good thing, I would think of a car as a symbol of freedom, something that opens up the world and I can go to a lot of different places. So I think it's a good thing. Okay, that's pretty much it. So risk and freedom. If you want to know more themes, there's only, I think on the top of my head, about 10 themes that you need to know and prepare for. There will be a link in the description below for you to download a couple pages from my book, TOEFL Speaking Success, and that's available at the website, TOEFLSpeakingTeacher.com, and you can try out these themes, think about your answers, do the exercises, and then actually use them on test day. And the book is $5, and that would be nice too. But either way, hope you guys got some benefit out of this, and I will talk to you next time. Take care, guys. Bye-bye.